first interviewed at Wellspring Counseling back 3 years ago, they said, we're starting this horse assisted psychotherapy, and we would like to know if you'd want to be trained. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. Like, I could work outside, like change up the pace a little bit, work outside with horses. I was intrigued, but I was also quite fearful about it. My first time on a horse was at 2 years old. Like, my dad actually had a horse, and I was okay with that. Like, we would get on the horse. But then I didn't have an encounter with a horse until I was 11. And at that point, I went to a camp, a sleepaway camp. And I was excited to go on horses. And so I went on the horse. But while I was on my horse, the horse in the back got spooked. My horse took off. I fell off the horse. The horse that was coming through the back stepped on my back. I mean, it was like awful. So I became really, very, very fearful of horses after that incident. Horses are incredible animals, and although powerful, I feel like maybe I could get rid of this fear. Like, I could actually enjoy horses and trust them and respect them. And so I thought, why not? It's an opportunity. Let me take it. Horses' heart rates are about 40 beats per minute. And compared to us humans, which is about 70 to 80, 90 beats per minute, they're automatically a calm animal. And so when we're engaged with the horse, we are self-regulating to the horse as well. And so we're calming down. We're also working on that physiological piece about ourselves. Horses are very similar to us. Their brains are very similar to the brains of people that are going through trauma. So they live in the survival part of the brain. And so when we go through something bad and really hard, and also known as trauma, we live in the fight, flight, or freeze part of our brain, which is how we respond when something really bad happens. So horses are very similar, so they also live there. And so I learned that we're very similar. I learned that horses are very honest. If you're not really wanting to be engaging with them, they're going to recognize that. So I just learned a lot of really cool things about horses, and I thought, wow. And so the people were going in with the horses already that first day. They were starting to practice, and I'm like, no, I can't do that. Not today. Like, I'm not ready. And so I watched everybody do their thing. And then that night I just was like, Nicole, you got to do this. Like, you got to, muster the courage and be brave and just go in there and figure it out. And so the next day I did. I went in with every single horse. I practiced, I got close. I was still somewhat fearful, but I was able to push through that and just learn a lot of great things while in there with the horses. It taught me that I need to be able to connect to the relationship, not only the task at hand, right? But connect to the person, connect to the horse. Because the horse is honest, and if you're faking it, or let me task orient this, let me do this because of what I need to do rather than because I really want a connection with the horse is not going to engage. It just taught me a lot about myself. And that was 3 years ago, and I feel like I've really improved in a lot of those areas since, because that was revealed in that process. Wellspring offers a lot of different experiential therapies, horse assisted psychotherapy being one of them. And it's a really special and unique one because, first of all, we have this horse. We go to a farm, the environment, everything is just special, but horses provide immediate feedback to your behavior, to the way you're interacting, right? And so sometimes in the therapy room, it can take you several sessions to get that feedback. But in a horse therapy session, you could get that feedback right away, right there in that session.